Are NFTs a scam? We're going to go over that in this video, guys. Smack the likes, smack the subscribes. We have a good old article here from the good old Yahoo Finance. It says the billionaire, founder of Binance, CZ Binance, thinks that NFT craze is bonkers. He says, and I quote, "People may have lost their mind." I mean, guys, we're going to go over this article, and I'm going to go over my opinion of what's going on here. So he said almost a year ago exactly, a JPEG sold for $69.3 million. That was the Beeple. The artist was named Beeple. He sold for a lot of bucks. It's a JPEG as a digital file, something its owners will never be able to physically touch, hold, or hang except on a screen. It's basically a string of ones and zeros. It says the image was beautiful, to be sure, a splashy mnemonic of 5,000 pieces. Guys, the art was pretty cool, but nonetheless, though, you could just right-click and you could pretty much just save it. That's why CZ said, people may have lost their mind, end quote, about this whole NFT craze. Of course, guys, and like NFTs stand for non-fungible tokens, if you guys are unaware of what it stands for. And it's very interesting. We've seen a lot of things that have done very well, guys. The Bored Ape Yacht Club is one of the outliers. I mean, you could have minted this thing, I think it was about a year ago, for about 0.06 or 0.08 ETH, and now they're 105 Ethereum. Yes, 105 Ethereum. You heard that correctly. Absolutely insane. And continue on with the article here. They just go on and on about the whole, like the Beeple art, about the whole $69 million. And continuing on. I mean, it's pretty cool, but still, I mean, I don't think it's worth $69 million in my humble opinion either. I would agree with CZ. So, like, continuing on here, guys, it says, nothing is worth that much, he said, referring to Beeple's mind-blowing art. But if you have one person willing to pay for it, if that person suddenly changed their mind, then that is no longer worth that much. Of course, guys, I don't think they're going to be able to resell it for more than $69 million, in my humble opinion. I think that's going to fail. I want to point out my personal opinion and my personal experience through the NFT land. Guys, there's been projects such as the Journey that I've been very bullish about, such as the Doge Pound, such as Neo Tokyo. I'm pretty bullish about the projects. I say overall, I'm still bullish on Neo Tokyo. But when it comes to something like Journey, I know I made a video the other day. Where's it at? It's somewhere on here, right here, Massive NFT Scam. You guys should check that out if you haven't done already. You want to see what's going on, what's really going on in the Journey Club. So basically, I've come to realize that I think a lot of these are basically just soft rugs. There are a lot of scams out there. Well, of course, we know there's a lot of scams. Most of them, like 90+%, are scams or are rugs. But at the end of the day, even something like this, guys, Journey is a YouTuber. He has, I think, 700K, maybe 800K subscribers. So he has a lot of followers. So he obviously has a lot of good old social proof. Launched his project. It was called a Mint Pass. You get 3 free mints in the future. It was great, right? So we minted this back in October. And we got to mint our new planet things for free. Just like a couple weeks ago, and 24 hours before he decided to have mint for us for free mint, this project was called XLO, or however you say that, he decided to up it from a 10K set to a 20K set. And in his defense, he never said that it was going to be a 10K set, but all we knew was that you needed to own a Journey NFT pass in order to mint the new project for free. So it was under the assumption it was going to be a 10K set. And even if it was planned not to be a 10K set, he could have told us months prior. He had, as early as October, he told us 24 hours in advance. Obviously, you have to keep in mind, we can actually show you the price here in the Journey project here, how it just dumped like crazy because, well, people, they were like, whoa, what's going on? Let's see, last 30 days is probably, it happened somewhere. Yeah, it was 3.5 and 3, and then it just tumbled down. You guys see what happened? His strongest, his most loyal community members sold. He ruined it. And he even made a private video inside the Journey Club. He has weekly videos that are private, and he even apologized. He even admitted that this was wrong. But that doesn't matter. He already lost his most loyal community members, just destroyed it. They no longer have respect for him. They no longer really care about the project. A lot of them said, hey, I'm moving on. It was honestly very disappointing because I have mentioned this project on this channel. I'm not sponsored by them by no means, but I thought it was a great project, and I thought Journey was doing a great job. I was like, he's not going to put himself, he's not going to do something stupid to jeopardize his social proof, but obviously he did, and people actually don't care. It actually amazes me of how many people stand by him and defend him for his actions of what he did. It really does amaze me. And I mean, hey, you may agree with me, you may disagree, but at the end of the day, you know he did some shady stuff. And as an investor, I will not condone that. I will not be, hey guys, this is a good project. I think it's a terrible project because we don't know what he's going to change in the future. That's what's going on there. So in another project I was extremely bullish on, and you have to keep in mind Journey and the Dogepound, they kind of work together. The Dogepound is actually a NFT studio. It's actually a gaming studio, but they help other NFT projects out. And I was very bullish on this project. They were connected with Neo Tokyo, connected with a lot of other NFT projects. They made a lot of art for for Neo Tokyo. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's dogs, like whatever. I really don't care. Alex Becker is very bullish on this project as well. But they just keep having promises, and then they just promise more, and they promise more and promise more, and eventually you can't promise anything else. So yeah, it's kind of garbage. My biggest takeaway from this, they had this thing called the diamond pause. If you held it for so long, they said at the end of November, if you bought one before like the first week in December, you'd get it at the end of last year, which never happened. And then they decided to update it, and basically most people were ineligible because of how strict they made it when they lied to us previous times. So they decided to launch this thing, and yeah, it was very unfortunate how they just kept changing their minds back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I pretty much lost all respect for the founders there. Yeah, I know they're well connected with Journey and whatnot, and with Neo Tokyo, but the fact that they just continue to promise after promise after promise after promise, and it's really just trying to appease. They're kind of like people pleasers, you know. They're just pleasing the community. They're not actually doing anything. So I think that's very unfortunate. I think this project will continue going down, and I don't think it will be successful, unfortunately. I'm sure it'll have a rally. They'll have another NFT craze. It'll FOMO back up and go from there. But it's very unfortunate to see this happen because once again, people are defending them, saying just defending them over some nonsense, even though they changed their minds over and over again. Guys, I was in the AMAs, I heard everything, and they just kind of just like forget about that. It's kind of interesting. Why am I mentioning all this, you know, quote unquote negativity, guys? Because like, let's just be real. A lot of these NFTs are scams. A lot of these things are just like what CZ said. You know, people may have lost their mind. It's absolutely insane. Unfortunately, in my humble opinion, both these projects were blue chips until last minute they decided to change something. And when you have your investing thesis, you cannot account for them changing something. You have no clue. Like it happened 24 hours in advance for a Journey. This happened, it just popped up one day randomly, bam. It's like, what? Why are they changing stuff? But then, yeah, you have some project, well, some, I say very small amount, probably 0.00001%, like the Bored Ape Yacht Club. Massive community. They got the Kennel Club. They got the Mutants. They got their coin. I mean, this right here is going to be, it's such a highly successful NFT project. So, yes, I think it's crazy to spend 100 Ethereum on NFT, but this right here is something that's solid, at least as of right now. It could change in the future. It could change. Something could take over, but they have a huge community. Journey destroyed his community. The Dogepound destroyed their own community, and I think that's the biggest deal when it comes to an NFT project is the community. If they destroy it, it's game over, in my humble opinion. So do you guys agree with CZ? I mean, obviously the whole, you know, Beeple thing for 69 mil is kind of crazy. I think it's insane. But hey, do you guys agree with him? They thinking that people lost their minds when it comes to NFTs? You think they're going to end? You think it's like game over for NFTs? Or you're like, you know what? I think few of them will, like maybe a few, like 0.00001% will be hyper successful, like the good old BAYC, or you're just like, you know what? This is even garbage too. Let me know your thoughts down below. Always love to see the comments. And of course, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see that weekly close tonight. And until next time, guys, smack the likes, smack the subscribes. And don't forget, guys, may the gains be with you.